There's another universe. Please make some noise. Give me a
Hey everyone, it's Coach Blanche here. Did you know that perfection makes you broke? That's what Dr. Sonia Stribling said in one of her speeches, and that really stuck with me. Um, I grew up really being pressured to be perfect, or always be number one, and that really did not pan out well for me because I always felt like I have to do something perfectly every single time. Then that actually stopped me from pursuing something that I would really love and would just settle on something that I thought is easy for me. And that's not a good thing. So remember, perfectionism could keep you broke, could keep you stuck, could keep you silent, and it would not make you pursue your God given calling. So, why am I sharing this with you? Because there are three things that perfectionism stops you from going after your vision, from going after your goals. The first one is it's a trap. Perfectionism is a trap. Think about somebody that you know who is perfect. All right, I'm waiting. Nobody, right? Nobody is perfect. Of course, if we're going to be biblical, there's only one perfect person in the person of Jesus Christ. He was both man and God, right? But when he was here on earth, he was the only one who's perfect. Guess what? I'm not Jesus. You're not Jesus. So we're not perfect, right? It is a trap. It stops us from springing into action. It delays our divine appointment because we are still thinking of our insecurities that we need to be perfect. It creates the fear of failure and even judgment for others. So that's not a good thing. Number two, think about perfection as stopping your progress. So remember, progress over perfection. Talk about consistency, right? When we're doing something, it's not like you can do something and just be good at it right away. Well, there are some rare cases. Of course, there's people who are prodigies, right? Like maybe Mozart, or people who are really gifted, like with piano and music, right? But typically, we have to learn that skill. We have to learn and master as we keep going and pursuing it and being intentional, right? So it could be like speaking in public, like what I'm doing right now. Of course, I'm speaking to a phone, but still, I had to get over the fact that I have some insecurities in the way I look, had some insecurities in the way I speak. Maybe I'm pronouncing words not in the right way because English is not my second language. But guess what? It's not about me. It's about the message, right? I'm the vessel. It's not about me. So when I took that pressure off and when I took the spotlight away from me of being perfect on camera, everything went well. Everything is smooth because again, it's not about me. Now, what do we do so that we can really escape that trap? Again, think about progress over perfection, faith and obedience. So I don't know if you remember, but Moses, who was called by God to lead the whole entire Israelite nation, who was in bondage in Egypt for I think 490 years or 430 years, I'm not so sure, but they were enslaved in Egypt for that long. And God called Moses, and guess what? Moses was a stutterer. He had a speech impediment. And he even complained to the Lord, like, Lord, I can't speak. You're calling me to do that? Like, I have to go to Pharaoh to get all these people out of his country? How can I do that? And then there was David. Let's face it. He was a murderer and he was an adulterer. There are so many people in the Bible who were not perfect, who were still called by God. I mean, let's face it, Peter was a fisherman who couldn't even catch fish, you know? I mean, let's face it. So, what's one thing that you are delaying to do because you are waiting for the perfect time? You are waiting for the perfect script. You're waiting for the perfect environment to do that. There's no such thing. So today I am here to encourage you. Just show up. Like me, I'm showing up right now. I want to encourage you. I want to do this with you. Just show up. Just do that first thing. Do that first thing, or do that thing that you wanted to do imperfectly but faithfully. Okay, remember that. Just show up. Forget about perfection. Forget about being in a place of everything has to go perfectly. That doesn't help you. That doesn't move the needle in your favor. Remember, Myron Golden said distraction is something that does not move the needle in your favor. So if all of this fear of failure, all of this limiting thoughts are stopping you from pursuing your godly goal or vision or your godly purpose, then the enemy has won. And you don't want him to win, right? So get away from that trap of perfectionism. And also, financially, perfectionism is keeping you broke. Why? Because it stops you from progressing, even in your career, even in your business, or even in relationships. But financially, it will keep you broke if all you're thinking about is being perfect. So remember, God qualifies the called. He does not call the qualified. So don't be hung up on being perfect. Just show up. Just do one step at a time to pursue your godly given goals. And if you want to know more about how to be empowered to pursue your calling, you can check out my book. It's still in Amazon. It's called Rise with Purpose, a biblical workbook on how to build resilience, to grow in faith, and to live your God-given calling. So if this blesses you and if this encourages you, click like, subscribe, and share this to somebody who needs this encouragement. And anytime, feel free to message me if you need advice, and I will continue to be here to encourage everyone, and know that we have our God-given purpose. It's up to us to pursue it. So show up and don't worry about becoming perfect, because you don't need to be perfect. Just show up. See you in the next video.